Workplace giving has been around for a long time, but there are many changes that fundraisers need to know about. Hi, I'm Bill Stanczykiewicz, and this is the first day from the fundraising school. I'm joined by my colleague, Dr. Jen Shaker of the Indiana University Lilly Family School of Philanthropy. And Jen comes to us with a wide range of expertise. She's done considerable research into workplace giving, and she herself is a frontline fundraiser who has been doing fundraising from places of employment. So Jen, thanks for being with us. What is your research showing about workplace giving that fundraisers need to know about?
Well, workplace giving has changed so much in the past couple of decades. We've seen more interest from companies than ever in employee engagement. We've seen creative strategies that include giving and volunteering together. But we've also seen some challenges as some of the biggest campaigns, the United Way, the combined federal campaign, have really seen a downward trend in employee gifts over the past decade or so.
And Jen, as I understand your remarkable research, a key reason is perhaps back in the day, the giving was just general. I gave because I worked here.
Right.
But as I understand your research, giving is becoming more particular now, including at the workplace, correct?
Well, yes. I mean, more than ever, employees and just all of us expect to be able to have a choice in what we give to. And that is true in the workplace, and the workplace has responded to that. So almost all campaigns within organizations now give employees the opportunity to choose. But there are just a lot of competing factors these days. So for example, online giving and giving is so easy now, and giving through your credit card or your bank account also easy if you want to give on a monthly basis. We are all able to be fundraisers, so I think we've all had that happen in the workplace where friends and coworkers ask for our support on a more personal basis. So that is happening as well. And then employment is just different these days. So there are fewer people work for companies for their whole career, right? So people are more likely to be part-time or to move around, and so that's changed things. And finally, I would also say that millennials have a different view of what the workplace experience should be like. Now, they want to be engaged, but maybe they have different perspectives than the more traditional ways of giving through your paycheck.
So how did the mechanics work? Again, comparing 20, 30 years ago when it was just this general ask and people donated through the employer and the employer then handed a big check to somebody. Now things are more particular and not everybody's at the same company. Not everybody's at the same work site. I might work from my home half the time or all of the time.
That's right.
So how does a company set this up? And I ask in the context, what's a fundraiser to do with this diversity now?
Right. Well, companies have very different models. And so you can have a big company like Microsoft, for example, which has a highly sophisticated employee engagement program, including workplace giving. And so they may use a platform that allows employees to give to a whole range of charities and then allows them to draw on those matching funds that they provide. But that's a very large company, right? So medium or small size companies, it may be very different, it may be much less sophisticated. They may only offer perhaps a United Way campaign and the organizations through the United Way in their workplace. So much depends on the employer, the size of the employer, the sophistication of the employer, what the employer has decided to commit to these efforts as a part of their corporate responsibility mission.
What does a fundraiser need to do to be able to get into that mix at the workplace if the employer is offering many options?
Sure. So I think that nonprofits and fundraisers need to think first about what is that company or workplace already doing. So it's not just for-profit companies that offer these campaigns, it's also nonprofits, it's also government agencies, universities. And so what are they doing already that is in this space? And then, what are you doing already as an organization? Are you a United Way agency? Are you a part of a different giving federation? And there are several groups like America's Charities, Global Impact. Are you signed up as an organization within the combined federal campaign? And so all of those federations have different stipulations and arrangements that the nonprofits must follow. So that's kind of one way to go. Another way to go is to really think about the mission, the strategy of the company or organization that you are interested in. Does it fit with your mission?
Yeah.
Does it make sense? Because for companies more than ever, we're seeing these programs aligned with their mission, their corporate goals and mission align with their employee engagement, which then align with their workplace giving. And so do you fit with that company? Does it make sense? And then do they have employees who are active with your organization? Do they have people on your board? Do they have people that volunteer with you? Do they have employees who your organization has helped? Say you're in healthcare, for example. Have you helped the children of the employees who might work there? So is there that mission alignment that's just always so important in fundraising with that company?
Jen, that's great advice. To make sure we're doing our research about the business, to find out and double check to make sure there is mission alignment, and do we have people from that company involved with our nonprofit as volunteers, as board members,
That's right.
and so forth. And is it as simple then, if I'm meeting with somebody from the business and maybe asking for a gift from the business, to also raise this topic, is it as simple as just asking, do you have a workplace giving campaign and how can I be a part of it?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I think if you're talking to the community relations people or the corporate social responsibility folks or even the marketing people, depends where this philanthropy is coming from in the company, I think it doesn't hurt to ask. Doesn't mean they'll say yes,
Right.
but it certainly doesn't hurt to raise the question.
Jen, what are you seeing in the marketplace? You mentioned earlier about matching gifts. Are we seeing more employers matching the giving their employees? What do fundraisers need to know?
Yes, more employers. There are some studies that tell us that more employers are doing matches, and more medium-sized and small employers are also doing the matches. So it's not just the big companies. But what's really interesting is that a lot of that match money goes unclaimed.
Yes.
A lot, the vast majority of it goes unclaimed. That is to say that the companies make the matching money available, but the employees do not use it. And so the companies are making that money available for a reason. They want to give that money. And so I do think there is an opportunity there. And some companies are doing some innovative things. So for example, they are matching volunteer hours of their employees with money. So they're doing dollars for doers. They're not just matching dollars for dollars. And so I do think there's opportunity there. Employees say they like those match dollars, but they don't use them.
In fact, we recently had a guest from the Gates Foundation speak at our college who estimated that $6 billion are going unclaimed in these employee matching programs. You want to raise your annual fund?
$6 billion.
Add a simple question. Does your employer match your gift? If you volunteer, does your employer compensate dollars for doers? I like that phrase. We're going to tweet that one out.
Thanks.
To make sure you're engaging companies. And Jen, one other area too, there's this issue of checkout charity where when I interact with the business, they get involved in a charitable way. They involve their employees at the register.
Yes.
What are we seeing in that regard?
Yes. So I think that, I was just at this store the other day and it asked me, do I want to give $1 for the American Heart Association? And then probably 2 days before that, it was Riley Children's Hospital. And so I think we see that a lot. And that is so easy for customers. And ease is just a big thing for donors more than ever. We're used to everything being easy thanks to technology. And so I do think there is opportunity there. And employees can get excited about that too. And so they can do their own campaigns within those larger campaigns. And I've seen that happen locally as well. So I do think there is opportunity there in retail and settings where the employees are interacting with the customers.
Dr. Jen Shaker, one of the nation's leading experts on fundraising at the workplace, and her research is available on our college's website at philanthropy.iupui.edu. If you add a / and the fundraising school, you'll come to our school and find our class on fundraising from the business sector, which is available each year. We also have quarterly webinars, we have these podcasts, many other resources that can help you raise more money for your nonprofit organization. I'm Bill Stanczykiewicz, and you are up to date on this first day from the Fundraising School.